What up, YouTube? It's your boy Leezy Grass 100, and I'm bringing y'all along for the ride while I'm fixing my mix for my flood and drain table. I've been using General Hydroponic Maxi Bloom, and my plants have been loving it. I'm mixing at full strength, which is about it is approximately 2 teaspoons per gallon of fresh water. And then I add 4 to 5 teaspoons of hydrogen peroxide. And that is it for my mix. And I don't even have the pH down because for some reason, once I mix all that together, my pH is almost perfect. But what I do like to do, instead of just mixing it all in that bucket right there, I'll take a jar like this right here and I fill it up with water, and that's what I'm gonna mix my 8 teaspoons of Maxi Bloom in. And then once I get it dissolved as best as I can in that jar, that's when I pour it into the bucket. So where am I gonna mix this at here? Let me see. 1 second. I'm trying to get my table and everything under control because I'm having surgery on my left shoulder, having a full reversal done on my left shoulder, July the 8th. And I'll be in recovery for a good while. I'm trying to get my grow room set up to where whoever I have come harvest my flower room, it's gonna be pretty easy for them anyway. But so far we're almost there. I've had some ups and downs. The next one is gonna be a whole lot better. A whole lot better, I promise you. I'm really thinking hard about a RDWC, recirculating deep water culture. I've done deep water culture, but I've never had a control bucket, like a reservoir bucket. And that's the way I want to go. I want to have like 8 to 12 buckets, recirculating buckets at that, and then go from there. I used to get some pretty good yields off my DWC. So I'd like to buy a system, and there's another system. It's a 4-inch PVC pipe, and it's almost like an NFT system, but it's like recirculating constantly, recirculating nutrients. So it ain't expensive, but I've got to get my lights and everything situated. I just raised my 180 watt LED. This whole time I've had that thing too close to the top of my canopy. And some of my strawberry cows have got some light burn, so they weren't too happy. That's why I ain't had a whole lot of swelling going on, which I still got a good ways to go. So we'll see. They should swell up, but they're finishing off. You know, the strawberry cows more sativa dominant, so it's gonna take longer to finish off anyway. Some of the plants didn't get no bud on it at all, hardly, and I think it's where I got dark spots in here. So I raised my one LED, my 180 watt LED, and I think what I'm gonna do is take my 260 watts and I'm gonna put those two together and kind of like make one light, which will make 120 watts, and then I'm gonna put 120 watts on one side of the 180, and then I'm gonna put those 260 watts, which is 120 watts, on the other side of the 180. And then when I get done with this table, I'm getting out my 660 watt high pressure sodium. It's going right dead in the middle. I just don't know if I'm gonna use my air cool hood or if I'm gonna buy another just adjustable wing, go old school with it. I really don't know yet, but I know the size of the colas that I used to grow with the high pressure sodium, it's no match, like literally no match. Okay, I dumped that in there. Oh no, hold on, gotta get that out of there. 1 second. That's the only thing I don't like about some of these dry nutrients. Getting them to break down can be hard sometimes, but it's no biggie. It's not like you can't figure it out. I'm just ready to get. I got the reservoir, a water tank to keep my water in, but I got to get everything set up. I got to get all this done before July 8th. But I want me 2 lights. I want 2 lights, either 1,000-watt LEDs or 800-watt LEDs. But I need 2 of them, 2 to 3. I just want to cover my whole floor in this room that I'm in, cause I got everything. I got the whole room sealed off, white walls, everything. I got to finish 1 wall, but I got CO2, homemade CO2 in here now. I will be putting more CO2 in here too. Okay, now that we got that stirred up pretty good, I'm going to add some hydrogen peroxide. Alright, now let's add the hydrogen peroxide. And don't worry, I'm going to stir that in at the bottom. Don't finish that peroxide out. All that is, you guys, 3% hydrogen peroxide. That's basically oxygen to your roots and helps kill off any algae or anything, you know, like that stuff. Will help keep that down to a minimum in your flood and drain system or your reservoirs. I haven't had any problem with algae. I had a little bit once I started doing this. I haven't had too much of an issue. And not to mention, I'm not even gonna lie, I used a shot vac to my roots and it sucked every bit of algae that was on it in the beginning. But once I got my AC and everything going, I didn't have no issues with that anymore. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is check the pH and the ppm. So, my little trusty. Let's do that. 1 second. And let's get the test indicator. This is the only way I like to check my pH. I don't care for digital pH testers. I know everybody's got their, I got a cool ass Blue Lab, and this never fails you. Unless you mess this stuff up, it will never fail you. In my eyes, it won't. But those digital things, yes, I know it's easy to calibrate them, but I don't have to calibrate this. I trust this. It's never proved me wrong. Oh yeah, it has proved me wrong, but it's never told me a lie. Alright, I'm dropping 4 to 5 drops. Oh yeah, I can already tell you by the color it is. That's where I need it to be in hydroponics. I'm gonna give it a good shake. You see that orangish yellow color? That's exactly where I want it to be in hydroponics. 5.5 to 5.9. So, that being said, I'm going to stir this bucket 1 more time. And then I'm going to get let's check the ppm real quick. Let me stir this bucket 1 more time, because I don't like that white stuff in the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll stick my arm right down in it. I don't care. And I'll go to mashing that stuff up, and I'll stir in the bottom with my hand. Okay. pH is great. Let me do a little stir. And then we're going to check the ppm. I am going to start adding additives. Like I said, this was just a first welcome back grow. I haven't I got out of it for 5 or 6 years, and I was ready to start back. So here we go. The ppms are at 1515. Last time I had them at 1700, and my plants loved it. So we're gonna rock with that. I'll stay with 1500 ppm. And flower, they love it, you guys. They freaking love it. I'm telling you right now, in flower, your plants love some high ppms, I promise you. Ooh, I'm cutting it close here. Alright, here we go. I'm going to take a gallon of this, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. Alright, sorry for all the grunting, you guys. I do got a rare arthritis condition called ankylosing spondylitis, and my whole upper body is fused. My neck, my ribs, I can't turn my neck left or right. Both hips have been replaced, and now I'm about to have my shoulder replaced. So yeah, I've been disabled since I was 20. But what I'm doing here is, this is my auto pot. I have not fed this plant from the top since I put her in this fabric pot. All this does is force them roots to have to go down and search for the water, which makes you have more root growth. I have contemplating turning my whole grow into nothing but auto pots, because they are the truth. I ain't kidding you. You do the math and look at this Blackberry Sour Times Ranker by Ethos. That thing's legit, man. I love it. I want to zoom out, man.